Shalom and welcome to another weekly Bible study as we continually rightly divide the word of Yahweh as a workman. I'd like to welcome all the social media or YouTubers, anybody in that internet land. I'd like to welcome to this Bible study, and actually we're going to be looking at the Enoch calendar. There's so much that's coming out now. You have the 364-day calendar, which challenges these other calendars and a lot of people by tradition, the same as we run into people that, of course, if you've been a Sunday worshiper or worship on Christmas and Easter, God calls you out of Babylon and you come to see the light that the divine days and the holy days have not been done away with. The Sabbath has not been done away with. His commandments have not been done away with. So the Lord is revealing so much because we are in the prophecy of Acts 3:19. The times of refreshing has come. That word times, Kairos in the Greek, is synonymous with Moed or Moedim. So if I'm talking to people that understand the Moed or the Moedims, then they would understand that Kairos means the same thing in the Greek. In other words, it's the Greek word that matches the Hebrew word. A lot of people have not come to see that in the renewed covenant yet, but there's lots of things there again that's being revealed. And the calendar, it's a challenge, but when you come to see how these things fit, and you can look in the Gospels, the New Testament, when Paul was breaking bread, you can see exactly when that was and what Sabbath it was before Pentecost. So this calendar has a whole lot to do with verifying the dates of the Scripture, Old and New. Tonight, we're going to be taking a short look or looking at the flood. And I'm going to be reading some stuff from the Dead Sea Scrolls, the book of the Dead Sea Scrolls, the new edition that I have found in there. And when I match it to the Enoch calendar, it's a perfect match, people. So the calendar, the divine days, the holy days, the Sabbath, all of this is being revealed now, that we have to be on following the Messiah on these times. And with this calendar, the fixed times are always the same every year. So when we go all the way back to the flood, we're going to see that nothing actually has changed when we come all the way forward, even where we are today, that God's calendar has not changed at all. So just a review, we're looking at today is, trying to even think what on our pagan calendar or the Gregorian calendar, let's see. Today is Tuesday. I'm trying to see, Tuesday, May the 10th, maybe. Let me look, because I was used to looking at the Hebrew calendar now, the Enoch calendar. Yeah, okay. I have to go to my iPhone and see what day it is. Today is the 10th day of May, 2016 on the Gregorian calendar. There again on the Enoch calendar, or God's calendar, today would be the 19th day of the second month. That would also be the third Sabbath from first fruits. So the 23rd, this coming Saturday, would be the fourth Sabbath towards Pentecost, or Feast of Weeks, from the first fruit wave offering on the 26th day of the first month. So very important as we have this calendar every day, as we count one more Omer or closer to Pentecost, there again, to update where we are sitting now in 2016, going into Feast of Weeks or Pentecost. Today is the 19th day of the second month. So now, according to the flood, let me read from the book of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Now, this is the New Translation of the Dead Sea Scrolls, translated with commentary by Michael Wise, Martin A. Begg Jr., and Edward Cook. So this is the Dead Sea Scrolls. You can find this on the internet. I would advise those that have interest to purchase one along, if you have the Jubilees and the Book of Enoch. So very important. This also talks about the priestly order, the priestly order or calendar. Also, lots of things in here that now is being wrote about or released after the studies of these findings in the Dead Sea Scrolls, these transcripts and old writings and stuff. So I'm looking, I will be, for those that do have the book of the Dead Sea Scrolls, I'll be reading from the commentaries on Genesis. Genesis would be page 353. That's page 353. And I will read. And the first lines are a retelling of the flood story, Genesis 6:3, 8:18, that becomes a clear polemic for the 364-day Sectarian calendar. After charting the major events of the year-long flood by month and day of the week, the writer concludes that Noah went out of the ark at the end of the 364 days. That was one complete year. So when the flood started, in 364 days to the day, exactly, Noah walked out of the ark on dry ground. So let's pick it up here in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and we'll also talk about these dates on the Enoch calendar. So this is 4Q252. It says, in the 480th year of Noah's life, he came to the end of them, and God said, my spirit shall not dwell with man forever. Their days shall be determined to be 120 years until the waters of the flood come. And the waters of the flood came upon the earth in the 600th year of Noah's life. Notice, in the second month, on a Sunday, the 17th of the month. On that day, all the fountains of the great deep were rent, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain fell upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Notice, until the 26th day of the third month, being on a Thursday. Now, people, for those that do have a printout, or if you've made a printout of the Enoch calendar, well, let's just talk about this. So on the 17th day of the second month would be on a Sunday. that's when the flood began. That's when the fountains of the deep opened up. That's when he shut the door to the ark. And there again, as I said a few minutes ago, we are sitting right now on the 19th day of the second month. So, and this is just the way this worked out, people. I just found this in the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's why I'm doing a Bible study on it now. But it's just a coincidence that we are right now 2 days past of when this flood actually began so many thousand years ago, with Noah and his family there, as God brought judgment upon the earth. So it's amazing we're in this season. So there again, I didn't plan this. This is just the way the Lord has brought this to be here. So on the 17th day of the second month, the flood began. Now, as we see in the writings here in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and the rain fell upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights until the 26th day of the third month. Well, if we go over to the third month on the Enoch calendar, on the 26th day, that was when the rain ended after 40 days and nights. And that day was a Thursday, the 26th of the third month. Then we see the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days until the 14th day of the seventh month on Tuesday. So we can trace that also, people, on the Enoch calendar. Here we are in the third month, and then we've got the fourth month, fifth month, sixth month, 150 days later, exactly 5 months later, to the day, we have the 14th day of the seventh month, which is on a Tuesday. The 14th day of the seventh month. Now we know the trumpets is on, the Sukkot starts on the 15th day of the seventh month, Feast of Tabernacles. So we can trace the 150 day later is on the 14th day of the seventh month. And it says, and let's see, let me back up here. 14th day of the seventh month on Tuesday, that's what I just showed there. And at the end of 150 days, the water decreased by 2 days, and this would be Wednesday and Thursday of that same month. So we go Wednesday and Thursday, and then it says let's see here, the 17th day, and the waters continued to abate until the month it decreased by 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, and on Friday the ark came to rest on Mount Ararat. So we have here Friday on the 17th day of the 7th month, which is Friday, then the ark rested on Mount Ararat, and that would still be in the Feast of Tabernacles there. So that would be a Friday. So we see that the 14th day of the 7th month, and then 2 more days it abated, that's 15, 16, and it come to rest on the top of the mountain there, Mount Ararat, on the 17th day of the 7th month. Very interesting here. So, now we see and it says, and the waters continued to abate until the 10th month on the first of the month on Wednesday. Okay, let's continue here on the calendar. So we have the 7th month, the 8th month, the 9th month, and on the 10th month, on the first day of the month, which would be on a Wednesday, Noah opened a window here. Let's see what he says here. And the waters continued to abate to the 10th month on the first day of the month. On Wednesday, the tops of the mountains appeared. So the tops of the mountains appeared on the 10th day, on the first day of the 10th month. And Noah opened the window of the ark. It was Monday the 10th. It was Monday the 10th of the 11th month. So on the 10th day of the 11th day of the 10th of the 11th month, it says he sent out a dove to see if the waters had subsided, but it found no roosting place and came back to him to the ark. And then it says he waited another 7 days. And again he sent it out, and it came back to him, and in his beak was a freshly picked olive leaf. Now this was the 24th day of the 11th month. So we see here the 24th day of the 11th month, the dove brought back a fresh picked olive leaf. Very interesting how, of course, the Dead Sea Scrolls now, this was found, and now this is being released, and of course with the Enoch calendar, we see how everything lines up perfectly here. I mean, in other words, if you've got an Enoch calendar and you're reading from the Dead Sea Scrolls about the flood event, then all of these dates line up. So next we're going to see here, let me find my place here. Okay. Okay. Right here, at the end of another 7 days, he sent the dove out, and it did not return to him again. Now this was the first day of the 12th month on Sunday. And there again, exactly, the first day, every year, the first day of the 12th month is always on the first day of the week, or Sunday. So this is, he did not return. The third time the dove did not return. And then we said, and at the end of 31 days from the sending of the dove, which had not returned again, the waters were dried up from the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and behold, the surface of the ground was dry. And this was on Wednesday, the first day of the month. So now, what we have here is we're going into the next year, the first day of the month. It's starting always on a Wednesday. See, so always starting on a Wednesday. And then we're going to see that you're going into a next year. So I've got another Enoch calendar already printed out here, and so it starts the Wednesday of the next year. Now let's read from there. And it says, on a Wednesday, the first day of the first month, in the 600th year, first year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the second month, the earth was dry on Sunday, and on that day Noah went out from the ark at the end of the exact year. 1 year, people. 364 days on a Sunday, on the 17th day of the second month after a complete year. So we have right here the second month, the 17th day into the next year. Remember, on the first one, on Noah's, by the Enoch calendar, we have here that Noah, the earth opened up and the rain started on the 17th day of the second month, right here. The following next year, 1 year, 364 days later, on the first day, the 17th day of the second month, we have Noah going out of the ark. Exactly 364 day year. Is this unbelievable or what, people? I mean, this calendar is, when I talk to people about the calendar and doing studies with the Old Testament, with the renewed covenant, now we're seeing this with the flood. Some people are seeing how very, very important it is that we have this, but there is people that just don't quite understand yet. Well, what difference does knowing what the calendar means? Well, how are we going to worship Yahweh on the correct day if we don't have the correct calendar, people? And see, that's where we got in trouble when Moses would get the Ten Commandments, and because he didn't come back exactly when they thought he was going to come back, they started to make the golden calf and worship Yahweh on a different feast day, and using gods of Egypt to worship Yahweh by, which that's not what God set up. He set up his divine holy days for us to worship on, and now we're finally coming to see the correct calendar, which all of these times and dates fit, people. Because why? Because Christ must sit in the heavens until the restitution of all things begin, and that's what's happening. I see and hear your fundamental Sunday preachers, or Pentecostal preachers, Baptist preachers. Of course now, and it's understandable that because people are going back to understand the Sabbath and divine days, that we are going, they're preaching that's false, and we're going back under the law, and we're not under grace, and all of that. But for whoever has ears to hear and eyes to see, all I can say with all sincerity is that if God's given you an interest in His Word, you're going to have to get on His calendar, people. Because God's got a calendar, and the heavenly calendar is it's the same calendar in the heavens. His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's exactly, the third heaven is a 364-day calendar that was given to Enoch by the angel, and we are on that 364-day calendar and will be through the millennium. So this is all according to His prophecies, things that's already been fulfilled or being fulfilled or yet being fulfilled. It's according to His calendar. That's why Paul says in 1 Thessalonians 5:1, I don't need to write to you, brethren, about the times and the seasons. For you are not children of the night or the darkness, but you're children of the light and the day. And that day will not come upon you as a thief. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction is a woman travailing in birth pains. And Paul says none will escape. See? So, very, very important. If you have any comments or if you have anything you'd like to reply to. I understand that so many people now they're starting to hear these things, and through their traditions of men and doctrines of men, these traditions, people just don't want to let go of them. They want to keep holding and holding on and holding on. But we've all got to come out of Babylon, he says. Come out of her, my people. Be not partaker of her plagues, and touch not the unclean thing. Babylon is a confusion of doctrines, of heresies, of denominational teachings, of different, even sects or different denominations or non-denomination. It's all taught by Peter, it's all taught by Paul, that if you are a believer in Messiah, that you've been grafted in to the commonwealth of the house of Israel. That's the 12 tribes who were resurrected 2,000 years ago on the Sabbath, along with our Messiah, who was raised first. And he is the protos, first rank in order of the new creation. And from Judah to Benjamin, the ones sealed in Revelation 7, 12,000 from Judah all the way through Benjamin, or the Rashit, first fruits. We just had the wave offering of the barley on the 26th day of the first month, and now we're counting the Omer to the 50th day, or Shavuot Oaks, or Feast of Weeks, or Pentecost, and that first fruit offering, baking with 2 loaves with leaven, representing sin, because we're sinners, represents a Jew or Gentile, and we have to be grafted back in to the commonwealth of Israel, whether Jew or Gentile. Paul said their branches were broken off, and we're being aliens and far away from Christ and from the 12 tribes of the commonwealth of Israel. But now through the blood of the Messiah, we're being grafted in to those covenants, promises, and blessings. So hopefully this short Bible study, again, just to show how unbelievable this Enoch calendar is, that we can put the dates to this calendar, and they are so correct, showing that when Noah went into the ark on the 2nd month of the 17th day, 364 days to the day, he come out of the ark on dry ground. So may the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, may that spirit witness to your spirit as we've traded these scriptures with one another. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ and soon coming King. Amen.